So hello guys, welcome to Easy Learn. So here today I will be solving the 1996 question paper. This is the Navodaya exam question paper. I'm just writing it as NE. So this is the previous year question papers of Navodaya exam, and this is the question paper for the Jawahar Navodaya selection test for class 6. So here in all these question papers for the Navodaya exam, you will have three sections. Out of this, one section will have mental ability test. I'm writing it as MAT. And here in the second section, you will have arithmetic. I'm writing it as A because I don't have enough space here. And then in the section 3, you will have passage. So here in this, I will be handling the third section 3, that is arithmetic. So in this 1996 question paper of the JNVST, Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya selection test. So in the 1996 question paper of the Navodaya exam, in the section 3 of mathematics, we have the 61st question. This is the first question actually. There will be 20 questions. There will be 20 questions each. So this is the first question out of the 20 questions. The 61st question says, which number is divisible among the following numbers? So here we have 4 options. That is, the first option is 22, the second option is 57, the third option is 77, and the fourth option is 97. So here we have to check which of these numbers is divisible and which is that one number which is not divisible. So here we have 4 numbers. So we have to check the divisibility test of all these numbers for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 and so on. So here if we check the divisibility test of all these numbers for any of the single digit number, that is from 2 to 9, that will be enough. So here I will be checking first for 22. So this number 22, we take this number, we check it for 2. We check if this number is divisible by 2. That is, we check if it is divisible by 2. How do we check is that, this is the ones place of the number. This is the ones place. So if this ones place of any number has even numbers, that is 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8. Then any number which has any of these numbers in the ones place, then that whole number is divisible by 2. So this number 22, as we see in the ones place, that's the ones place, we have 2. So we can say that this number 22 is divisible by 2. And if we can also check it. I'll check it here. I'll divide this 22 by 2. So 2 ones are 2, 2 ones are 2 again. So you get 11 and remainder 0. This is the quotient. And this is the remainder. So as we are getting this 0 remainder, we can clearly say that this number 22 is completely divisible by 2. That is, this number 22 is a divisible number. So that's it. So this is a divisible number. We cannot consider this number 22 as an indivisible number. So we can find other factors for this number as well. So 2 is one factor and then 11 will also be another factor. So that's it. This is a divisible number. So this is out of our options. So now we'll exclude this. We go to the second option, that is 57. So here, as we see, as I told the divisibility test for 2, we don't have an even number in the ones place. This is the ones place, right? Ones place, I'll write it as O, ones place. So in the ones place, we do not have 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8. We have 7. So what do? We have to check if this number is divisible by 3 in the order of the numbers. We check for 2, it doesn't have 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8 in the ones place. So we check for 3. How do we check the divisibility test of a number for 3, we have to add all the digits of a number and then we see if that number is divisible by 3 or not. If that whole number which we get after adding the number, if it is divisible by 3, then the whole number is divisible by 3. So I'll be doing it here. 5 plus 7, that is I am adding these two digits, that is the ones place and the tens place. I am adding these two digits, so we will be getting 12. So we have to check if this sum is divisible by 3 or not. So if this is divisible by 3, we can say that the actual number 57 is divisible by 3 again. So the thing is, we got 12. 12 is divisible by 3. That is, we can divide and see. So dividing it by 3, we get 3 4s are 12 and 3 1s are 3. So 4 is the quotient, and again 0 remainder. 0 remainder. So we say that we are completely dividing this number by 3. So we can say that this number 57 is divisible by 3. I'll rub it here and write. So we can say that the number 57 is divisible by 3, and hence this is a divisible number. So these two numbers are divisible. So we have found out that this number is a divisible number and this number is also a divisible number. So now we are left out with two options, which is the option 3rd, that is 77, and option 4, which is 97. So going to the third option, which is 77. So if you see this number, if you divide by 11, 11 ones are 11, 11 sevens are 77. So you get 7 as the quotient and 0 as the remainder. So we can say that since the remainder is 0, we can say that this number is divisible by 11. So therefore this number is divisible by 11 as we got 0 remainder, and hence this was the divisor. And now we can say that therefore 77 is a divisible number. So this number is divisible, this number is divisible, and this number is divisible. So we are only left out with this option 97. So we have to check if this number 97 is divisible by any of the numbers, that's the single digit numbers, or even if double digit numbers. So we have to find if that number is divisible by any other number other than 97 or 1. Only that makes this number a divisible number or a prime other than a prime number. So I take this number 97. I check if this number is divisible by 2 or not. We can clearly say that this number is not divisible by 2. That is because in the ones place we do not have 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8. So this number is not divisible by 2. Erase it. And then I check if this number is divisible by 3 or not. We add all the digits of a given number and then we get some sum. So 9 plus 7 is 16. So we have to check if this number is again divisible by 3 or not. So 16 is not divisible by 3. We can go to take this number 16 divided by 3. You get 3 5s are 15, and then you will get 1 as the remainder. So to further divide that, you can take it as 3 3s are 9, and then again you will get 1. So it keeps on going. That will be 5.33, or I can do it here as well. 16 is the dividend and 3 is the divisor. So 3 5s are 15. And now here we have got 1. This is the remainder. So if we have to divide this further, we can put a decimal point, put a 0 here, and then 3 3s are 9. Again 1 remainder, and then put a 0 here, and then 3 3s are 9. So that keeps going, 5.333. So this is not a divisible number. That is because we are getting remainder as 1. Here we are not going to put in a decimal point. If we put in a decimal point, means that number is not clearly or completely divisible. So here we are getting this remainder as 1. So yeah, I'll take it as, so just to check if it is divisible or not, I was doing the decimal thing, but here you can just put it as 5. So this will be the quotient and 1 will be the remainder. Since we are getting this 1 as remainder and not 0, this number 97 is not divisible by 3. If we got a 0 remainder here, then we can say that this number 97 is divisible by 3. So now this number is not divisible by both 2 and 3. 2 and 3. We checked for both 2 and 3. It's not divisible by 2 and 3. So now we go on to check the divisibility test for 4 of this number again. Same number. So 97. So to check a number to be divisible by 4 or not, we take the last 2 digits of the given number and divide it by 4. So if we get a 0 remainder and some quotient, then we can say that the number is divisible by 4. So here what happens, we are only given with 2 digits. That's the ones place and the tens place. So now here we have 2 digits. We take the number 97 divided by 4. So that will be 4 2s are 8, 1 remainder, 4 4s are 16, and then again 1 is the remainder, right? So we write the quotient as 24 and the remainder, we have one remainder here, so we write it as that's the remainder. So we say that this number, as we are getting 1 as remainder again and not 0, we can't say that this number 97 is divisible by 4. Just that's it. So we are getting again the remainder as 1. So we say that this number 97 is not divisible by 4. So it is not so this number is not divisible by 2, 3 and 4. Now checking for 5. So 97. Checking for 5. So for a number to be divisible by 5, the condition is that in the ones place you are supposed to have 0 or 5. That is here in this place you should have 0 or 5. If you have 0 or 5 in this ones place, then you can clearly say that without any doubt you can say that this whole number is divisible by 5. Unfortunately we have 7, so this makes this whole number not divisible by 5. So the divisibility test for 5 is clear and this number is not divisible by 5. So now going to 6. So now we conclude that it's not divisible by 2, it's not divisible by 3, it's not divisible by 4, it's not divisible by 5 as well. So now going to 6. So we are going on checking if it is divisible by any number until 9. So now we'll check it for 6. So the condition for a number to be divisible by 6 is that the number, this number or any given number should be divisible by 2 and 3. It should be both divisible by 2 and 3. Here it's not given as or. It's not given as or. So this number or any given number to be divisible by 6, that whole number should be divisible by both 2 and 3. That is 2 and 3. So unfortunately we just found out that this number is not divisible by 2 and 3. So we can clearly or directly say that this number is not divisible by 6. So that's it. So now we say that this number 97 is not divisible by 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now going to check if this number 97 is divisible by 8 or not. So now here we have 97 dividing by 8. So for a number 97, for a number to be divisible by 8, we check for the last 3 digits, but unfortunately here we have only 2 digits, that is the ones place and the tens place. So now we take these 2 digits itself, divide it by 8. Try to perform the normal division as well. So I'll do it here itself to make it easy. So now dividing it by 8. So we are dividing the number 97 by 8. This is the dividend. This is the divisor. Write it as DSR. Okay, so now we are dividing this number 97 by 8. So now 8 ones are 8. We get 9 minus 8 is 1. We get the remainder 1. And we take down this 7. So we get 17. Now 8 2s are 16 and 8 3s are 24. So we go for 8 2s are 16. So we again get a remainder 1. So this number, this is the remainder, this is the quotient. So as we got a remainder as 1, we can say that this number 97 is not divisible by 8. We know that to say that a number divisible by any number from 2 to 9 or any number, we have to get 0 remainder. But here we have got 1 as the remainder. So 97 is not divisible by 8. So now we will check the same number for 9. So we have to check it from 2 to 9. To to just see if it gets divided by any number. If not, you can conclude that it's not a divisible number. So 97. So 97, we're checking if it is divisible by 9 or not. To check if a number is divisible by 9 or not is the same rule as taking the divisibility test for 3. So the rule says that you have to add all the digits of a given number. Here we have 2 digits, that's the ones place and the tens place. So here we add these 2 numbers or the 2 digits, that is 9 and 7. So 9 plus 7 results in 16. So 9 plus 7 equals 16. So the same way how we check for the divisibility test of 3, here we check if this number 16 is divisible by 9 instead of 3. So this number 16 is not divisible by 9. We know that 9 2s are 18, 9 1s are 9 and 9 2s are 18. Or else we can do it aside and see. So 16 dividing it by 9. So we'll see if this number 16 is divisible by 9 or not. So here 9 1s are 9 and you get 7 as the remainder. So this is the remainder and this is the quotient. 9 1s are 9 and again 9 1s are 9 and we'll get 7 as the remainder. So I'll do it here. 9 1s are 9 and here we have 6 and here we have 9. We cannot subtract 9 from 6. We take this 1 here, borrow 1 from here and this number 6 becomes 16. So 16 minus 9 is 7. So we get this 7 as the remainder and this 1 as the quotient. So again we are getting remainder, not 0. So this number 97, right? Okay. So this number 97 is not divisible by 9. So we'll only check it from 2 to 9. So we checked it for all the numbers and it is this number 97 is not divisible by any number from 2 to 9. So this number is divisible, it was 22. So this number is divisible, this number is also divisible, this number is also divisible. But this number is not divisible by any number from 2 to 9. So we can clearly say that this number 97 is the indivisible number. So the question itself says, they are asking us which number is indivisible among the following numbers. So this number is divisible, this number is divisible, this number is also divisible. This is divisible by 2, this is divisible by 3. Just a minute. So this number was 22, this was 57 and this was 77 and this 97. So this number is divisible by 2, this is divisible by 3, this is divisible by 7, this is also divisible by 11, but I am just taking the single digit numbers. Here this number is not divisible by any number from 2 to 9. So that is why this is the indivisible number as what they asked in the question. That's it. So the answer is option 4. The answer is option 4, 97. That's it. So we'll go on to the second, there's the second question, but here we have it with 62nd question. So the question says difference between the highest 4 digits and the smallest 5 digits is. So here in this question they are asking us to find the difference between the highest 4 digits and the smallest 5 digits. So we have to take the highest 4 digit number and subtract it from the smallest 5 digit number. So the smallest, let us write down the smallest 5 digit number first. The difference in the sense, so I'll do it. So the solution. And here we have options 1, 11, 1111. And the fourth option is 8999. So if we subtract the highest 4 digit number from the smallest 5 digit number, we should get any of these answer, which will be the correct answer. So now what I do here is I take the smallest 5 digit number. Difference, okay, I'll explain. Difference means subtraction. So here we have to perform subtraction. That is, we have to subtract the highest 4 digit number from the smallest 5 digit number. I'll do it on this side. So how do you find the smallest 5 digit number now? That's the thing what we have to do. It's not given in the question, so we have to do it by ourselves. So we have to find the smallest 5 digits or digit number. So write it as digit number. So now we have to find the smallest 5 digit number. So in a 5 digit number, we'll have 5 digits, that is 5 places. So we'll have 5 digits means 5 places. So it will have ones place, it will have tens place, it will have hundreds place, then it will have thousands place, and then it will have 10,000s place. So and it should be the smallest 5 digit number. So what do? We have to find the smallest digit to put in each of the places. So in the ones place, we should, in all the places of this number, 5 digit number, that's in the ones place, tens place, hundreds place, thousands place, and then 10,000s place, we want the smallest number from 0 to 9. So from 0 to 9 we can take any number, and it should be the smallest number which we have to put in these places. So here in the ones place, we check which is the smallest number which we can put here and get a smallest 5 digit number. So the smallest number from 0 to 9 which we can put here is 0. And again that repeats in all of these places until here. So in the tens place again, we have to put 0. We have to put 0 because 0 is the smallest number from 0 to 9. That's a single digit number. Single digit or single digit number. So here we again put 0 because 0 is the smallest number. And here in the hundreds place, we again put 0 because 0 is the smallest number. That's the same reason again. So here in the thousands place, we again put 0 because 0 is again the smallest number. So in 10,000s place, again if 0 is the smallest number, we know. But here in 10,000s place, if we go to put 0, then this number becomes of no value. That is, this number totally becomes 0, which is not a 5 digit number, right? So what do we do is that, here in this 10,000s place, we put 1. The next number which is slightly greater than 0, or the number that comes just after 0, that is 1. To get the number, so we get 10,000. So this is the smallest 5 digit number. So that is the smallest 5 digit number. So we have got this now. I'll write it here and then erase the remaining thing. So we have found out the smallest 5 digit number. From this number we have to subtract the highest 4 digit number. So I'll now find out the highest 4 digit number. So the same method what we did, we have to find out the highest. The same method, but we have to use some logic here, mathematical logic you can say. Highest 4 digit. It's given as highest 4 digits, I'll take it as highest 4 digit number. So now we have to find the highest 4 digit number. So again in the 4 digit number, if we say, we'll have 4 places in the given 4 digit number which we are going to find. So 4 places in the sense, we'll have ones place, and then we'll have tens place, and then we'll have hundreds place, and then we'll have thousands place. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we have 4 places for the highest 4 digit number. So we have to find the highest 4 digit number. So the opposite method what we used for this smallest 5 digit number. So we again select the digits or the numbers from 0 to 9, single digits. So to form a highest number or highest 4 digit number or highest number for given any digits, we have to take the highest number out of this set or set of numbers. So here from 0 to 9, the highest number is 9. So we have to take 9 in all the places to get the highest 4 digit number. So in the ones place, so we know that this is the smallest number and we know that this is the largest or the highest number. So to get the 4 digit number which is highest, we have to take the largest number or the highest number in all the 4 places. So the highest number from 0 to 9 is 9. So we take 9 in this place, ones place, and 9 again in the tens place, and 9 again in the hundreds place, and 9 again in the thousands place. So we get 9,999. So this 9,999 is the highest 4 digit number. So So I'll write it down here so that I don't miss it. So now what we have done, we have found out the two numbers which we want to use for subtraction. So now we have to perform the subtraction. So here they are asking for the difference between the highest 4 digits and the smallest 5 digits. So we know that this is the smallest 5 digits, smallest 5 digits. I'm writing it in a short form to make it easy for me. So here I am writing this number as the highest 4 digits. That is the highest 4 digit number, this is smallest 5 digit number. So we have to subtract this number from this number. This is the greatest number, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places. Here we have 1, 2, 3 and 4. So obviously we are going to subtract the smallest number, the number with the smallest number of digits from the number which has the largest number of digits. So we subtract this 9,999 from 10,000. So write down 10,000, 10,000 minus 9,999. Right. So here we have 9, we cannot subtract 9 from 0. So what do? We borrow 1 from here to bring it till here. Here also we have the same thing. We are supposed to subtract 9 from 0, but it's not possible from here, from this place to this place. That's ones place, tens place, hundreds place and the thousands place. So it is not possible to subtract 9 from 0 for these 4 places. So here we have 1. So we borrow this 1 to this digit, so it becomes 10. Now here we have 0 again, so we borrow 1, here it becomes 9, and here we have 0 again, so we borrow 1 from here, which makes this number 9 and this number 10 again. Here again we have 0, so borrow 1, which makes it 10, and this number 9. So 10, here we have 10 now, so 10 minus 9 is 1, here we have 9. So 9 minus 9 is 9 minus 9 is 0, extremely sorry. So here 10 minus 9 is 1 and 9 minus 9 is 0. Here we have 9, so 9 minus 9 is 0 again, and here we have 9 again, so 9 minus 9 is 0 again. So here we have nothing because we borrowed 1, so here we are left out with 0. So write with 0, or else it doesn't matter as well. So the answer is 1. So here, see, we have 1 here. So this is the correct option. So the answer is 1.